fight can keep putting out those ion shells, throwing out those surges, elongate the fight as long as possible. South American rejects. Been punched in the nose. They want to hit back. They smoke up right now. The last fight was started by them. Let's see how this one will go. Dark Margo will show middle through the smoke.
Will he complete the Daedalus? Or will he just go straight up for Lincoln's? Because he's got the recipe as well on Kunkka.
Yeah, I guess he already knows he's going to buy the Demon Edge. We'll see. But he's actually saving the money. I think you're right. He might decide to go in a different direction.
I think he gave up on it, yeah.
They smoke as well from MOUZ. Moving up here into the high ground, Vitz. Ready to pop the smoke. He will be able to do so. He gets out. Schofield might not be so lucky, but the eye shots didn't connect properly. The wall does, however. With the Abyssal Blade, they get him. But there's the black hole from the Enigma, catching two heroes. It's the Ursa and the Doxia. But where was the Doom? The bonus damage wasn't there. Now the Doom finally arrives. And eventually, he's able to get the spell out onto the Ursa. Ursa falling low. Ursa gets killed off. Yamich tries to save him, but all he does is Doom itself. Two heroes fall. Ursa buying back immediately. Crystallis doesn't want to give up on this fight. The chase is still on. Laranov looking towards the back. He scouts out El Misho underneath the tier 2 tower. Should be able to get the kill onto this Crystal Maiden. She will tick out right now. Flame Guard, Iron Shell, more than enough magic damage.
Look who's up. Look who's in the river. It's Ursa into the pits. That's why he bought back in the first place. And strategically, this is a really good play because, yeah, sure, you trade your buyback, but you know, no black hole on the other side. There is no Doom. So this Roshan attempt is uncontested and it cannot be contested. Aegis Cheese Refresher, definitely worth it to buy back and go into the pit. I think they need Refresher. Like, that's a pretty big item that they could get on Dire, on Enigma, but he's not going for it. Actually, he's going for Octarine Core instead. It's a similar approach. The difference is, currently Refresher is definitely in a worse state than it used to be because it doesn't refresh items.
Yeah.
So you don't have the double BKB black hole.
To be fair, that should have been quite a long time ago. Not happy I've been playing pubs and not having late game carries with 12 seconds of invulnerability. Oh, it's been wonderful.
The double hexes, insta-kills by invokers as well, you know?
Oh, with this Aegis in tow, MOUZ
is... I wonder if Aeon Disc... Hear me out. I'm cooking.
Okay.
Is Aeon Disc on Ursa an actual viable item here? It won't be the first time Crystallis bought it, by the way.
Just to make sure you can always get off the enrage?
Yeah. And I don't know, but this Aeon Disc, ever since its inception, I hated the item. But currently, it feels like it's in a pretty decent spot. Like, especially on mid lane. Like, Ember already has his. Every single game when you see a Queen of Pain with the Bloodstone, she goes eventually into the Aeon Disc, just so you can reset the fight.
I guess Crystallis wouldn't be the first time he does something a little bit strange.
He bought it on Alchemist, I think, yesterday, by the way. So, it's, for him, it's an option, if nothing else. For most carries, it's not.
And for most carries, at best, you want one defensive item. You have to buy two, bro?
It's hard to make them buy the BKB on its own.
He's going to be going for the Swift Blink next. As his team was smoked up, hoping to catch somebody from South American rejects out on the map. But they're playing together. Oh, Ake ends up dying here in the mid lane. Looks like Vitz was able to catch up to him somehow. But how did he die? What happened? Took the tower. Misho looks like he's going to probably die here as well. They find the vision, catch him in the trees.
So support per side. Just trying to play the map, really, and getting caught. Shadowblade does not really help you on bat any longer. They have too much vision.
Boom, vacuum Schofield onto the high ground, but he gets off with the sharpshooter. Now we're getting bushwhacked, surrounded by Doom and Dark Margo.
That crit was 1500, by the way, from the Doom. It's quite a lot. He's got permanent Scorched Earth, by the way. Literal Doom.
Bringing hell on earth. TP out from the... Oh, well, I was close. I was very, very close, but Laranov is cool. Gets up.
A massive part why they had to absolutely bail here is there was no Doom used on Boom. Right, so they still had it, so couldn't really fight. If they maybe use Doom on him, maybe there's a fight after, but no way like this.
We just saw how Ake ended up dying. It was the interplay between the Kunkka and the Doom. Vitz now 11-1-5 on this Doom, still at the top of the net worth charts. He is about to cap out in terms of itemization though. Has the overwhelming blink, AC, harpoon, BKB. Not really much more for him to go, unless he's gonna upgrade his Doom.
Can queue up the shards as well.
Would have been great if he had the shard and the Midas. That would be like the uber greed.
The shard is actually pretty good on him. Like,
You have to worry about the Beastmaster Roar as well.
Yeah, it's a good item in this game. So it just makes sense.
Why? Spotted again. Is this a rinse-repeat situation? He's going to live this time. Gets put into the snowball, so Big Nem's going to sacrifice himself for the quap. And Yuma had to pop the BKB there.
Had to? Or did?
Did.
I'm
trying to be optimistic here.
He had to do it. They looked at him funny. All right, 5v4 situation, but
It's just the Tusk. I feel like Gamer Legion can try to contest. The snowball. Okay, they get the roar reflected. And telekinesis save. Now the boat. Oh boy, you're right. It was stolen.
Oh my god.
That Beastmaster is Omega dead. They get the Soulbind double torrent. Very nicely done as Ghost. Able to walk away.
Oh my god, Rubik has
The Burrow Strike
Shadow
now.
Strike too.
They get the silence onto Phoenix. Another death for the road on Gamer Legion. And now Heroic can safely take Roche.
Dude, look at King Jungle's spell arsenal right now. He has Ag, Shadow Strike, and Axe Roar ready. Or I'd say Axe Roar. He has Ag, Shadow Strike, and Roar ready.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it is Ag's Roar as well, technically. He has Ag's and it's Roar.
Yeah, but he doesn't get Drums of Slom.
No, that's too bad.
Damn, this is a nasty, nasty Rubik game. Just so many insane steals. Roar, Doom, Shadow Strike becomes a really powerful ability when you get the eggs. Just crazy stuff here for King Jungles. And he can more or less reliably get his stuff off too. That's the best part. He's got Glimmer. And you look at the way the Dire lineup works, as long as he just plays backline, he can work as a pseudo save with the telekinesis, and then he can get in with his Glimmer afterwards for the big plays.
And if they use Doom or Roar on him, he's also happy, because that means it's not a core having to suffer through those consequences.
And I genuinely feel like we're approaching the point where you might actually have to deal with this guy more so than the Kunkka. I think Rubik is carrying the game more than Kunkka is with 5,000 less net worth at this point. Because his net worth is so incredibly valuable.
There's a Kunkka in the game?
That's right. He's got a Chasm Stone.
Oh, he sold the Blitz Knuckles. R.I.P. Ladies and gentlemen.
Jinx. Jinx doesn't mean you get muted. It just means we said the same thing at the same time.
No, it does mean, actually, or else I owe you a soda.
You're muted for 30 seconds.
You canceled the rules. You don't know how it works, apparently.
Oh, my bad. Oh, look, I bought him tier 1.
How the
Yuma
hell
will
is
free shot
that
that.
up with a tiny in the game?
He hasn't been bottom much.
Sure hasn't.
Working on the Daedalus next on Tiny. Gonna be packing quite the punch.
I like to see some tree volley action eventually.
Like the panel was talking about, Quap's win rate, not exactly the most impressive. I mean, there's multiple losers in this game, right? Quap, Grimstroke, and Sand King, all three of them.
And Cinderin, too.
That's right. I also have a pretty bad win rate. King of Pain, haven't really felt it this game, I have to say. RCY has had some good performances this tournament. This has not been impressive. And I don't know how much of it is the hero or if he has made some critical errors, but this hasn't really seemed all that crazy so far. When Quap reaches late game, she becomes an absolute monster. This is still, in my eyes, one of the very best late game heroes in all of Dota. But he's far away from that. Usually the reason that late game Quap becomes so good is that she gets there at a good time by snowballing off of at least decent early mid game. But since he hasn't had that, that scary 5-6 slot Quap is far away still.
And they have the Roche banner placed bottom with 2 siege units.
And a Tiny list we forgot. This goes pretty fast.
And this is going to be a backstab.
They know it too. Nobody's showing in the base. They're getting really good formation. This is super good from Heroic.
KJ in the tree line, gonna wait for a nice juicy steal. Can he get another crazy one?
I mean, he just needs to wait.
He has Roar Shadow Strike still, so I don't even know if he wants to use it. He gets off the Roar, telekinesis himself. Yuma's there with the double avalanche as well. Into the toss, into the burrow. This RC White Quap cannot do shit. Just dead. 70 seconds on the deck. Ghost gets off the Doom. It's on the Sand King, but there's absolutely no follow-up at all. And now Yuma taking all of this pressure off, gets the avalanche. Ghost is going to get saved from Tusk. But now it's a big ultimate down and out.
Oh, he gets the X though.
Okay, X and the boat.
Nice
Able to find the distance though, but the epicenter has been finally used by Tyline to finish the job. That's 2 cores dead for Gamer Legion. And now the buildings will fall.
Uh-oh. King Jungles finds the great setup from the tree line and even has the buyback to boot so he can rejoin that fight. And this is bare minimum 2 sets.
Looking for an opening. Burrow does hit. And Bignum gonna try to waste as much time as he can. Snowball's gonna be on Theolacor, but the avalanche will hold him in place, so an easy pickoff. As Whisper, he'd be better off with some Blitz Knuckles here to push this tower.
Actually true. The one time that's useful, he doesn't have it anymore.
Oh man, they're just bleeding here. They get the Roar, but it's only onto the Grimstroke. Telekinesis from King Jungle to try to stay alive. Fade, you can tell he wants this kill. There's a big Sonic Wave with a Shadow Strike to follow as Yuma looks to be next on the list. That is the Aegis down and out now. And Fade just getting gone on by Whisper. There's the Soulbind into the Shadow Strike, into the death.
Yeah, that's that. When your Grimstroke 4 can do this at 35 minutes, just blink, Soulbind, Hex, 2 heroes, you know you're in a good spot.
And this is now 2 lanes, if not more. Buyback had to be expended there from Fade. It's Yuma.
I think they're going to settle for 2 sets and then spend their gold. I feel like forcing this Megas might be a bit too difficult. Let's see, though.
Don't have to worry about Roar.
About it.
Doom is up as Ghost, already at half HP just from one slap. It forces the buyback on the speed, and that is what will force Heroic back.
Even better. They got a little bit of bonus there with their aggression. Very nicely.
If they can get Fade, that's going to be a dieback.
So it's this one.
Yeah, Speed will have to use the egg immediately. Yuma's going to pop the BKB in retreat now. No Doom expended, so now surely this is the full reset.
You'd think so.
Only the melee rack survives in this top side.
You used 2 BKBs there to force an egg, which is, or rather, because of egg, which is fine.
Gamer Legion have to find a way to come back, despite all the odds, to stay in this tournament.
Yep, this isn't an elimination game.
After such a good start in the group stage, we've seen it, I think, at least 2 times. I think one at Wallachia in the past, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe that's correct.
It just feels like
they're just
they
missing
can't get over that little hump.
Yeah. I mean, they just feel like on this international stage with all the big teams there, or at least most of them, they just can't quite hit the upper half. Like they're just through and through right now, a 9 through 12 team. That's what it feels like. And that's got to be a little bit frustrating because you kind of know you're in reach. You know, it's in striking distance, just a little bit of improvement here and there. And then you can maybe make it to the more exciting stage of the tournaments here. But yeah, you're not playing against the 2nd division at Wallachia. This is the big boys, all of them, including 2 of the biggest boys that, for whatever reason, just completely flopped in this tournament. Yandex and Tundra both went 0-3.
Did feel like a very good all the opportunities to get a higher placement. Those 2 teams being out?
Well, that begs the question. Does that mean that they were significantly worse, or that the other teams have leveled up? Because if the other teams level up, that doesn't,
True.
That puts Gamer Legion on maybe a similar trajectory to them, and then they're still 9 through 12. I mean, okay, it goes without saying Yandex and Tundra definitely weren't playing their best games, right? It's clear. It was a bit of column A and B at the same time. But I've been overall pretty impressed with the level of play from some teams that generally don't necessarily bring that to the same level. Gamer Legion, one of them. Just, again, I think it's fair to say they're better than they were with the previous Gamer Legion iteration, just not enough better yet. At least not today. Unless they somehow do a really cool comeback here and win Game 3. Now that would be a statement. But you have 20% of the map and 20,000 deficit currently.
Yeah.
Got to find a way out here. They're letting Beastmaster push out mid with his summons. That's the only lane that they kind of have any control of right now. Doom is slowly going to get to work up top as well. Just trying to get something across here. It's going to be level 25 talent for Tiny here, the 8 Avalanche cooldown. I personally find that to be the better talent most of the time. I know people are very tempted, and I would say most players do take the 2 toss charges. Just the 8-second Avalanche cooldown is such a wild talent when you think about it. It's like, it's an AoE stun whose cooldown goes from 14 to 6.
Yeah, it's absurd.
It's wild. This is such a good talent.
The toss does have, obviously, it's also very good.
It has extra merit this game against Quap because you can just chain stun her twice, so I get it. But even then, he chooses this nice double barrel.
Oh boy, into the soul bind.
My
Both
God.
supports dead for the rest of the game. Now it's a 3v5. Ghost gets off Doom. Shadow Strike shortly after. They're just going to try to wait this out now. Roar on the backside onto the Rubik.
Wind Waker from Whisper.
Tylon comes in with the Burrow Strike, not going to hit because of the BKBs. Epicenter to follow, now FaZe in a lot of trouble. Meanwhile, Ghost taking a ton of damage. The Sonic Wave is too late to save his comrade. 4 dead for Gamer Legion. The Sonic Wave stolen. 1 more steal for the road for KJ. And these are the last 2 buybacks for Gamer Legion. 5 versus 2.
Feels good to be this
No
good.
point in going for that Roche. They can get megas and they can get thrown.
Yeah, those 2 support deaths up top from Gamer Legion is just, that's just a big blunder. They're very, very much out of position, both of them. So 2 heroes out of position simultaneously and close together. The dream setup for Grimstroke to find the Soulbind double hex. And, well, as soon as those 2 heroes got caught together, the game was actually over. Like, Gamer Legion have 0 chance of holding until they respawn. So they force fights with the remaining heroes that they have, but obviously don't really stand a chance in the 3v5. Phoenix is about to respawn. We'll give them one last shot at a 4v5, but Kunk has Ghost Ship and Pipe ready. I just don't think they have the damage without Beastmaster.
And he really leveled up once he sold those Blitz Knuckles. I'll tell you what, Ghost with the initiation is going to get Avalanche. There's a triple Burrow Strike from Tai Lung and a Sonic Wave again, just decimating the competition as GG's come out. Heroic take it 2-0.
Damn.
And that unfortunately means Gamer Legion are out of the tournament. Heroic.
Question, I think South American rejects, discipline to be able to win with this much team fight. Sometimes they handled MOUZ really nicely.
Yeah, with good black holes as well. I think the series, we didn't really have any of the games where Frank was really the MVP, but I think he makes a good case for himself.
Oh, absolutely. Like, he was nailing it from the start pretty much up until the end, showing that Refresher is still even good. BKB, Black Hole, then Refresh. You don't get the second BKB, but the Black Hole is still gonna land. And also their Hand of Midases, it did pay off. You had Doom with Hand of Midas, getting extra bit of a gold from that, from his Devour, and then you also had Enigma, Frank going for Hand of Midas. So double Hand of Midas, knowing that MOUZ, with the team that they do have, they don't have enough like tower damage. It's Ember Spirit, Ursa. One thing that these 2 heroes struggle with is finishing the games and playing into this overwhelming team fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's also just like, I think for Wits, right? When he's playing a Doom, like he's played so many heroes in the tournament so far, competitively. Again, very short career for Wits, very young player, kind of new to the South American carry kind of scene, but only 2 games played. And I felt like he had the Doom carry confidence. Like, there wasn't really moments where I was like, oh, that's a bad Doom. Oh, he's chasing a fight. Like, he ends the game like 14-1-14, and you just felt like he knew what his hero had to do. And again, 2 competitive games played on the hero. His coach and drafter is just throwing him new hero after new hero, and you got to give him a lot of credit that he is just making it work.
Yeah,
He is,
fantastic.
it's just
black
beautiful
holes
to watch.
here,
I don't know. I just gotta say, it makes me happy that South America did go through.
Same.
I thought we might be ending up without having Gamer Legion. We did earlier. They were kind of close, but again, not not getting into that top 8, I was a little afraid that the same thing might happen for South American regions. It didn't, which does make me happy because this team, it seems like they have a bit of a different approach with the heroes and everything. And this is the type of stuff that I want to see coming further into the tournament, especially now with the double elim. It's going to give them 2 chances as well. So a lot of things that they have to still improve, especially post 30 minutes. But the first 30 minutes, they look godly.
I mean, they just have tenacity in their play. And we need to also, accept the fact that the 2-2 teams that today, right, Heroic, they didn't have to play against South American rejects, right? Normally in these moments, it's going to be South America versus South America. There'll be some China versus China, but we've actually kind of evaded that a little bit today with the Wallachia schedule. So we do get to see 2 South American teams making it through to the playoffs.
And for South American rejects, this is their best result yet. And they were with this roster also in Birmingham. They came 12th here, so instant, very noticeable growth. And we got the MVP for the Crystal Maiden. Don't mind the 11 deaths. It's the Frostbite. Those Frostbites on the Ember Spirit, they made Lorenov's world hell.
Yeah, he made him think about having to press BKB. And there was these little moments as well where it's he's hugging the tree line, blinking to the high ground, throwing out an ult. He just didn't care. He goes in.
What a Giga Chad build
I
as
know,
well.
right?
He had Boots of Travel, Blink, Shadowblade, and Aghanim Scepter. And the new Enchantress